Whispers on the Shore. In the late 1580s, the English crown was desperate to establish a foothold in the New World. Spurred by dreams of empire, they chose a remote island off the coast of what is now North Carolina, Roanoke. Led by John White, over 100 settlers, men, women, and children, arrived to build the first permanent English colony in America. What they did not know was that the land they chose was sacred to local tribes, shrouded in old beliefs and older warnings. The Croatan people spoke of a forbidden forest, where the wind whispered in unknown tongues and shadows moved even when there was no sun. The departure of John White. In 1587, John White left the colony to return to England for supplies, promising to return swiftly. But war with Spain delayed him. When he finally came back, 3 years later, the settlement was gone. No signs of violence, no graves, no smoke, just eerie silence and a single word carved into a fence post, CROATOAN. White took this to mean the colony had moved to nearby CROATOAN Island, but despite multiple attempts, he never found them. Not one body, not one clue. The trail stopped there, abrupt, as if erased by time itself. Ghost signs and false leads. In the decades that followed, explorers and colonists reported strange things along the Carolina coast. Stone tablets bearing the name of Eleanor Dare, White's daughter. Hints of blonde-haired children among local tribes. Whispered legends of a pale-skinned woman who appeared in dreams, always pointing west. None of it was conclusive, but none of it was entirely dismissed. And so the theories began, some grounded in fact, others reaching far beyond the natural. Theories rooted in shadows. Some say the settlers simply integrated with the Croatan, taking new names and lives. But if so, why no proof? Others suggest they were slaughtered by hostile tribes, yet there were no signs of bloodshed. Then come the stranger ideas. That the colony stumbled upon something ancient buried beneath the forest. Something they unearthed, something that did not wish to be awakened. Some legends speak of a creature, neither god nor man, bound in the soil and worshipped by the first peoples long before recorded history. Still others whisper of a doorway, an ancient tier in the world, a thin place where time folds, and the colony simply stepped through. The CROATOAN curse. The word CROATOAN would appear again, curiously, in the deaths and disappearances of other historical figures. Edgar Allan Poe whispered it before he died. The pirate Blackbeard warned his men never to land on Roanoke. Amelia Earhart wrote it in her notebook days before her final flight, according to one unconfirmed source. Coincidence or echo? Was the word a location or a warning? Modern searches and missing time. In the 1990s, archaeologists began using ground-penetrating radar on Roanoke Island and Hatteras. They found strange voids, man-made chambers, long sealed. One team reported losing an entire day of time. Their clocks malfunctioned. Recordings were distorted. One recovered journal fragment reads only, "The forest doesn't forget, we were warned." The site was shut down, officially due to funding cuts. Unofficially, too many whispers. Too many nights where the trees seemed to breathe. Final echoes. In 2023, a private research team claimed to have discovered an underground stone ring structure near the original colony site. Circular, carved with symbols not belonging to any known native tradition. The team, 2 men and 1 woman, vanished the following week. Their last transmission, static and a single word repeated 3 times, CROATOAN, CROATOAN, CROA, the signal cut. Final revelation, or just the beginning. Over 400 years have passed since the lost colony of Roanoke vanished. Empires have risen and fallen, but their story endures, not just in textbooks, but in nightmares. What if they didn't die? What if they were taken? Not by men, but by the land, by something older than tribes, older than stories, something still awake in the soil of that island. Some doors, once opened, don't close, and some echoes never fade. The truth about Roanoke may not be buried, it may simply be waiting for the next soul to come asking questions, the next group to walk among the trees thinking they are alone, but the forest knows, and it remembers.